So this is a topic that's been brought up a lot in the chats on our live stream. You should partake, by the way, every single weekday, 11 a.m. Central Time, except for Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. You already know what to do. But if I had to pick a second team, like say the Vikings were abducted by aliens, who would I root for? Because you can't watch the NFL without a rooting interest. Right? Well, you can, right? And it's also kind of freeing. Look at the bye week when the Vikings are on bye. Just watch the games. You can put a couple jelly beans down on a game. You can sweat your fantasy teams. It's kind of great, right? But I feel like that there's just a ingrained need for an us versus them narrative inside of our heads. So if the Vikings disappeared, I'm gonna pick a backup team today. I'm gonna do that. So my requirements for a team: they have to emotionally hurt me. I feel like Vikings fans in general, we do have a bit of a sadomasochism when it comes to our football. Now, maybe this comes from us living in this tundra type of weather. So it's like every winter we punish ourselves. Every winter we're like, we're going to move to Texas, and then we never do. We just stay here, right? Well, because Minnesota summers beat the hell out of every other climate. Changed my mind. Yeah, well, I know you say San Diego, Santa Barbara is beautiful, but yeah, whatever. But I feel like with our sports, like we just need, first off, we need something to complain about, and also just we need a team to get our hopes up. Like the Vikings fan base would never fly with like a team like the Browns, right? Like every single year is like, yeah. But we need to get our hopes up. Be like, this is the year. This is El Año, where everything gets changed around, where everything is going to be different, and then still whap. All right, 4 Super Bowls, whack. 75 push-off, whack. 89 NFC title game, whack. 87, sorry. Then 98, and then 09, and then 17, and then 2014 went down. I forgot about that one. All the thwacks, right? So we just need that. So that's a requirement for me picking my team. The team needs to physically hurt me or emotionally hurt me. Physically, too. Sure, why not? So, getting into... All right, so first off, teams that I'm not picking. Packers, no. I understand that if the Vikings leave, the Packers are the closest geographical team. No, not going to happen. Just... Even though I actually respect Packers history to a degree, Vince Lombardi, what the hell's going on out here? Just Packer fans, no. There's just some sort of like terrible herd mentality that I just absolutely despise, right? And also it bleeds into Badgers fans because there's a big crossover. Like the Venn diagram of Packers and Badgers fans is the perfect circle, which is just no. I almost hate Badgers fans worse than Packers fans, and I don't even like the Gophers. That's how terrible Badgers fans are, because it's just like, even by the uninitiated, even by the objective outsider, they're just like, oh yeah, those are terrible people. So not the Packers, not the Bears, even though I actually like Chicago. Chicago's a fun town. Get some pizza, get some Italian dip sandwiches. But the recent interactions with Bears fans just leave me believe, no, it's not my bag, right? The obsession of Mitchell Trubisky Ponder. It's almost like some sort of cult. Like you're worshiping at the cult of MTP, Mitchell Trubisky Ponder. And it's just weird. It's not my bag. Nah. Although that would be a team that would hurt you. Like if you take out the 85 Bears, there's just been so much. Their quarterback history is almost as bad as Vikings quarterback history. It really is. Lions, maybe. I mean, like we've talked about, I don't really consider the Lions rivals at all. And also, if you're looking for a team to hurt you, Lions would be it, right? Certainly not the Saints, even though you love the city. Fans, but Bounty Gate, no, never. Seahawks. Now, you could say Seahawks just because they are Vikings West. I mean, they just vacuum up former Vikings like it's out of style. Like John Randall, Heath Farwell, the special teams dynamo, Kevin Williams, Sidney Rice, Percy Harvin. The list goes on, right? But nah. Plus, they've won a Super Bowl. They should have won 2, but they've won in recent memory. So, nah. And Cowboys, no. I just can't do it. I just can't. I was briefly a Cowboys fan. I forget which year it was, but it was when the Niners and the Cowboys were playing in the NFC title game. I believe it was at Candlestick, because I remember it was just a big money game. And for a brief second, I was like, go Cowboys. And then my grandpa looked at me, and it was just like, no. And then I was like, "Matt, you're right. Go Niners, I guess." Because my grandfather grew up, well, not grew up, but he was alive when the push off and all the Dallas stuff and all this it nauseating America's team crap came in. So yeah, even though generationally I don't have as big of a hatred, or younger generations don't have as big of a hatred of the Cowboys. They're just more like, eh. But yeah, older Vikings fans have a full-on, dead set hatred of Cowboys. So yeah, I'm not going to do it out of respect for our elders. So let's get into it. Now, these are mostly AFC teams. The Jets. So yes, I mean, the Jets technically won a Super Bowl III. Back in the day, Joe Namath and the I guarantee it, that whole thing. But if you look at the Jets' history, it's just been year after year after year of a little flicker of hope and then nothing, and then getting kicked in the nuts. And like their best quarterback since Joe Namath, you can make a case it was Mark Sanchez. Like, how depressing is that? But Ken O'Brien, no, get out of here. Oh, Boomer. Oh, Anderson. Get the hell out of here. Right? I love the Jets because they are so stupid. Right, the goddamn Jets, and also my guy Gary Vee is a Jets fan, so maybe that syncs up as well. But just in terms of, you want a team that will emotionally hurt you, like the Jets are certainly up there. So they're making my short list. Plus, I mean, the Vikings and the Jets is the dumbest rivalry in sports history. It's like, oh, they tried to sign Kirk Cousins. Oh, they almost signed Anthony Barr. Just sure, why not? I would get a Tebow jersey day one. Yeah. Next up, so the Browns. Talking about the hapless Browns. I mean, the Vikings disappeared right now. Alien abduction. I mean, Stefanski's there. I really like Baker Mayfield. I really do like his swag. I think Stefanski could fix him. Plus, they got a lot of talent there now. So they got Myles Garrett. They got OBJ and Jarvis Landry and Njoku and Chubb and Hunt. And Sheldon's there too. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we could root for Cleveland there. But I don't know, man. And we've talked about it here. I was a Browns fan in '99 where I had a Tim Couch jersey just because it was new and different. But I don't know. Next up, the Raiders. So taking away all the Super Bowls from back in the day, including a win over the Vikings, or Sammy White died. Yeah, Jack Tatum just like murdered Sammy White on that field. The last couple of years, last couple decades with the Raiders, not so much, right? And I feel like there's enough LOLs, enough kick in the nuts where it would be an okay transfixion for me and my Vikings fandom. Also, they're in Vegas now, so I mean, it would be nice to go see a Raiders home game. So, the Raiders' history is cool. Being a rebel, being an outlaw, I like it. I would get a Jamarcus Russell jersey for sure. Yeah. All right, next up. So, the Ravens. Now, the Ravens have been good recently. They won a couple Super Bowls. They won in 2000. They won in 2012, wasn't it? Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Flacco year, right? So they've had some sustained success. They're nauseatingly good and consistent every single year. Also, they're the team du jour right now. Lamar Jackson is exciting to watch. He's Super Bowl MVP. John Harbaugh, Eric DeCosta. They're always going to be competitive. Steve Bisciotti, I think, is a great owner. So this one may be a little bit too easy. This one may be because I can't pick a good team. That's the thing where I'm always in on the underdogs. I'm always in on us versus them. I'm always in on, hey, if you have lower expectations, you'll never be disappointed. And that just makes life great, or whatever the dodgeball quote is. So I don't know if I can go Ravens. I don't know if I can. Yeah. Next up, so the Jaguars. I would definitely wear the shit out of a Blake Bortles jersey. I would. And you love Jacksonville. You love Eastern Florida. You love Duval. I feel like the fan base is relatively chill. And plus, it is a real us versus them, including against the owner, who's certainly dead set on moving this franchise to London. Shad Khan, he's super cool. He's super nice, but at the end of the day, he's like the owner from Major League, Rachel Phelps, trying to move the team to Miami. He's trying to move the team to London. He really is. But since they got rid of the two-tone helmet, all right, I like Gardner Minshew. I like Clavon Chason. I like Henderson, the new quarterback they got in. So they do have some pieces. They are intriguing. I don't know, though. Just bring back Blake. I mean, come on, one time. All right, next up. All right, so the Chiefs. Again, this is like the Ravens. Obviously, bandwagon. Patrick Mahomes is on track to become one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Just won the Super Bowl. Love Andy Reid. You love everything about the Chiefs. So my uncle played for the Chiefs back in the day. So you have that tie in there. If the Vikings were abducted, I think that they are the closest AFC team. They're pretty close. Like Kansas City, Missouri. Pretty sure that is. Check my math. But also, like, the Chiefs struggled. The Chiefs certainly struggled at times. Like, you could sync it up with the Vikings. Like, yes, they won Super Bowl IV. Yes, they won, last year. But I mean, their quarterback play throughout the years has been abysmal. Like, it's been a gong show. Like Tyler Palko may be one of the worst starting quarterbacks in NFL history. He's up there. He's up there for a Peterman award. He certainly is. And also like when Joe Montana went to the Chiefs for a couple years, like that was their Brett Favre. That was their Brett Favre coming over, just like, and then not so much. So, Chiefs, maybe. Plus, you like the fan base. It really is more of a collegiate feel. Great barbecue. So, I get on board with that. Also, all right, so the only NFC team on this list, the Panthers. All right, so you like David Tepper as the owner. You love Matt Rule. You like Joe Brady. You absolutely love and adore Teddy Bridgewater. Christian McCaffrey's intriguing. Plus, all of that ridiculous speed that they added to that defense. And plus, Brian Burns and Derek Brown and Jeremy Chin and Ashton Davis and also the cornerback from Notre Dame. His name escapes me, but they got speed for days on that defense, and they are a lot of fun. And also Teddy. Just Teddy. So maybe. And then lastly, all right, so the Broncos, right? Broncos, I don't like John Elway as a GM. He looks like Gary Busey with those giant horse teeth out there. He makes bad moves, but recently he hasn't made bad moves, right? So you bring in Drew Lock. I'm not sold on him, but you drafted Sutton, then you brought in Judy and Hamler, and so you got Von Miller and Nick Chubb, and also you really love all those pieces on that offensive line. I love Dalton Reisner. Roadhouse, come on. So Denver is intriguing. Plus, I really do love Colorado. It's a beautiful state. You love getting out there. You love getting high, and I mean that in terms of elevation. Get your heads out of the gutter. So I could see Denver. But also, if they go like the old Denver Crush uniforms, like not these ones, but like the orange jerseys and like the powder blue helmets. Ooh, let's go. All right, so the verdict. Oh, I'm going backwards. So the verdict. Who are we going to pick? Who are we going to pick as our backup team for the Minnesota Vikings just in case they get abducted by aliens? It's a tough one. The Jets are up there. They certainly hurt. The Panthers will be an easy one. But we've decided that our backup team is going to be no one. Oh, no one. We ain't going anywhere. Our love for the Minnesota Vikings goes deep. We bleed purple. That's right. There's purple blood in these veins. I'm not talking about Ravens purple either. So if the Vikings were abducted, I may be done with the NFL. I don't know. Or if the Vikings move to San Antonio, become the San Antonio Red McCombs, like they were rumored to do back in the day, I don't know. Maybe I might be done. But there's just so much history. And it's mainly stupid history. Like, I remember the day that Christian Ponder was drafted that he was going to be the guy. And then first game that we saw, oh, wait, he's not the guy. Yes. And then also Brad Childress surviving through those years. Like, it's a kick-ass offense. Just have to give it time. Bro, you were in the NFC title game and you were fired 10 games into the next season. Like, I think that is I think that's the fastest turnaround in terms of a fall from grace. And you traded a third-round pick for Randy Moss, and you traded him after a month. How'd that one work out? And then also, of course, Troy Williamson. Oh, he's going to be the replacement for Randy Moss. Oh, how'd that work? Oh, Nike sending him orange and green glasses so it'll readjust the rods and the cones in his eyes. That's a great 7th overall pick. That's just a fantastic job there. And then also Demetrius Underwood in terms of lighting a first-round pick on fire. Yes, he was your second first-round pick in 99 besides Dante Culpepper. He never played a game. Like, how cheap are you as a team that your scouting department doesn't pick up that this dude thinks that he may be the Antichrist? Like what is and then also, of course, the Love Boat. I mean, there's just so much stupidity that I have lived through in this team, and I haven't even been around that long. Like, I've been alive for what, half of the Vikings franchise, but really only paying attention for maybe 20 or 40%. Right. And that's just me. Just imagine like an older Vikings fan that's been through so much. I'm pot stuck. I'm committed. I have too much emotions invested in this stupid team to ever give them up. So if there is an alien abduction of the entire franchise, I may be done. I don't know. I'll just pick a bad college team. I don't know, Georgia? How about Texas? One of those two. I'll pick one of those. But I just cannot quit this team. I refuse, and I never will. So I do not have a backup team. And that is all. All right, so your thoughts. Backup team. As I get choked up. Actually, that might be the Rona. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work, pull some of the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.